¿Qué pasó, YouTube? ARCHMAN here. Talk a little bit about this knife right here. So this is the Shirogorov Hati Model 95. Sorry about that. And I know you guys wanted to see my smiling face, but I'm gonna hopefully do I don't know, a more in-depth review of this knife. So just talk about a couple things real quick. I definitely remember seeing the Shirogorovs, maybe the 95, maybe the 111. Seems like maybe even a year ago or more. But I definitely remember thinking, man, those are cool. But just not being able to find enough information on them to feel like I could justify spending the cash on one. But a couple weeks ago, there was a Blade Forums post on the knives, and somebody mentioned, hey, there are a couple in stock, right now, and there's only one dealer that you can get these from in the States, and that is True North Knives. So I decided, I'm gonna get out the Babelfish or whatever and do some translating, and just kind of did a little bit more research on the knife, and it just seems like, hey, these things are legit, like very nice mid-tech knives. So there are a couple of great YouTube reviews on them also. Smoke Eater, yeah, you have a great video, man. So, yeah, called Neil, decided, I'm going to talk to Neil about it, and I'm just not 100% sure about it or not. And my main concern, honestly, it was that, I don't know, it being a Russian maker, nothing is foolproof, and I just figured if there's any flaws or warranty issues down the road, how could I address those? And he just said, he deals with any of that kind of stuff, and yeah. So I just decided, hey, it's totally worth it. And I guess a couple other things Neil said, this is obviously a real small shop, mid-tech knife, and mid-tech being, your Chris Reeve, your Daryl Ralph, your I don't know, Striders, or things like along those lines. But yeah, so it's just like two brothers, Igor Shirogorov and Shirogorov, or however. My last name is hard to pronounce also, so. But, and a couple of shop monkeys is what he said. And so yeah, really kind of squashed all my just kind of fears of dealing with that. And just, I guess, before, just taking the plunge, what makes you want to spend the kind of cash on a knife like this? Overall design is just, it's cool, It's slim, which I really like, and just careful attention to detail, which is preferred, I guess I would say. The blade grind is another thing, it's actually a very thick stock. I'm not sure if you can see this or not. I've been having problems with the focus on this camera. But yeah, very thick stock. Full totally all the way to the spine. Flat ground, which I definitely like. Totally prefer that to any kind of, full thickness in the spine. Amazing clip. Just kind of obviously 3D machined. Single screw, very simply applicated, but just awesome screw. Screw clip. So it is what it is, honestly. Really nice screws. They appear to be just kind of in-house, good, well-placed, nice, sturdy-looking screws. That's important to me. Really cool lanyard hole design, and just kind of hitting on, let's see if I can make this thing focus. Just kind of hitting on that. The backspacer is one thing that actually really sold me. Just how it's used, the way it's used, how it looks, all those things. Just kind of like, that's a cool backspacer. The steel insert was not necessarily a huge selling point for me, but it is a neat idea, and maybe go over that in a little bit. So details real quick. There are a lot of details with this knife. and focus. Just kind of starting off with like some obvious stuff, titanium lock side handle, carbon fiber non-lock side handle, which is neat. Everyone likes carbon fiber. Titanium clip and S30V steel, which obviously is just kind of a premium wheelhouse these days. It's just not that rare, but I just find that it's a great go-to steel. I'm pretty sure that they're shooting for 58, 59 on the Rockwell scale, which is what Chris Reeve uses. And I don't know, it doesn't the hardness, as you guys probably know, doesn't really. It means just as much as the way the hardness is achieved. That's important too. So I don't know. Could be some mystery awesomeness going on with this. I've used it every day for the past, I don't know, I probably had this for 13, 14 days, and it's still sharp as a biatch. So stainless steel backspacer, and it is stainless steel because it is magnetic, but it's barely magnetic. So obviously like a high chromium stainless steel there, which is good. I definitely, if it's not going to be titanium, then you want it as stainless as possible, in my opinion. But so yeah, lanyard hole integrated into that, which I kind of showed you before. Phosphor bronze washers, which is very important to me. I don't really have any interest in any kind of bearings and goofy shit that's gonna, cause a problem or collect a bunch of nastiness. And I don't like plastic washers either. So phosphor bronze washers is exactly what I want in a knife, personally. Fancy pivot, maybe. I don't know. You're gonna see, like in some of the other reviews. Let me see if I can get this in here. A different pivot system, and Shirogorov calls this the covered pivot. His covered pivot's a little scratched up. So what it looks like in some of the other videos is what's going on is just like I've had a Trevor Berger knife, the Excalibur, which I haven't posted a review on, but and it has like a set screw in this side, which you can tighten the set screw down against the pivot screw, if that makes any sense. And that maybe there might be something going on like that with this. I'm not sure, but it seems like that's definitely what's going on with the Shirogorovs that have that on this side. But so potentially fancy pivot, not sure. Obviously really nice screws, full flat ground. Machining inside and out is absolutely impeccable, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this or not, but I'm going to try. Oh yeah, you can see that. So the machining here is really cool. It kind of starts off with these really kind of close together flutes, and then as you go through, they get wider and wider and wider, as other ones start from this side to go over this way and then just kind of diminish. I don't know if you can see that, and it's just whatever, it is what it is, but just very, very carefully machined knife here. And the clip is just outstanding. Probably not going to be able to get it totally focused in, but let's see. It's even machined under the clip, which is pretty amazing. Outstanding. Slides right in and out of the pocket. It's tight, but it's so smooth that, I don't know, it's just ideal. Let's see. Inside the knife is actually machined out too. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's very well done pockets machined inside the knife in the titanium there. This knife is really light. That was the number one first thing I noticed out of the box was balls. This thing is light. I mean, it's like 4.1 ounces. Weighs less than the large Sabenza. But let's see. I'm about to run out of time. But, the thing performs excellent. That's obviously important. I haven't had any problems or issues with it, and I have definitely been using it. It's my first flipper-only knife, and I like it. So, palabra tu madre. Don't let your meatloaf, boys.